Hey guys, it's Mark from NASA Systems, back at you with another amazing video. Today we're going to be doing that custom new plane build that I talked about last week. We're going to go straight into it, do another raw video, no cuts, no edits. So pardon my apologies for now with the camera as I adjust it and try to get everything situated. We're going to go right into it. The only thing you're going to need for this build is some tape, and I'm not going to tape mine at this point, but we're going to go ahead and get right into it. So here we go. We'll go ahead and get this adjusted real quick, and get this camera turned around here. So as you see, we got our paper set up right here on the table. Let me try to get this camera adjusted so it doesn't turn. Here we go, and alright, that'll have to do for now. Looks pretty good. Alright, so this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So this is the top up here, this is the bottom, as if you were to write on it from left to right in America. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to hold it in landscape. So whereas this is the top of the paper now, this is the bottom, and this is the left, and this is the right. I'm going to fold from, I'm going to make a center fold down the middle. So I'm going to fold it from top to bottom, or bottom to top, whichever one you prefer. So let me go ahead and get that all lined up. We'll go right into that. I try to make everything as even as possible, because they usually, all the planes usually fly a whole lot better when you do that. So what I'm going to do now is, now that I have my paper folded from left to right, basically, or top to bottom, however you want to say it, and landscape, like a book, I'm going to take one of the sides, and I'm going to take it from this right here. So like if you're reading the book, I'm going to take these two top corners, and I'm going to create a triangle fold. So I'm going to come straight down on it like this. And I try to put it right up against the crease, right against that center line. So it's going to look something like that. See if you can see that. There you go. See how close I get that down there? I try to get that as really close as possible down there. And then do the same thing to the other side and match it up. And I have no idea, honestly, how this is going to fly. I have no idea how it's going to turn out. I have never built what I'm about to build now. I'm just kind of going at it fold by fold. And this is the process I go about when I'm building a brand new aircraft for the first time. So now this is what you should have, depending on, you know, how you fold the next. These will be either in the inside or the outside of the plane. So I usually try to put everything on the inside. That's just me. So I think I'm going to go with, I'm trying to think here. here. What do I want to do? Do I want to come down, make it a snub nose? Do I want to go into... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these triangle folds, and then I'm going to tuck it back against this line. I think I've done this on one other experiment, and I don't know how it turned out, and I have no idea where that went, because I remember doing this fold. But I promise you that I haven't built this plane, at least so far I haven't built this plane. So that's what I did to it. I basically took the triangle fold and I opened it up, and the crease that was right here, I folded this tip along the line of that crease. So this is what you should have when you're all said and done. Let's try to get the lighting on this. Let's get some lighting on that. So that's what you should have right there, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to show you both of those when we're done. I'm done with that. Fold it right up against that crease. And you might have some overlap on the nose. It's okay. And you want to make sure those creases are really crisp. You don't want to get any kind of rounded. You want some flat, nice, crisp creases when you're folding your plane. It helps to make the plane as aerodynamic as possible. If you've got any bubbles in it, you can go ahead and flatten them out. But basically that's what you're going to end up with right here. Let's go ahead and see, that's what you're going to end up with. Can I bring it back? So that's what you're going to end up with as of right now. So we're going to do it that way, and then I'm going to fold it down again. I'm going to start to try to make the wings. I'm making it a little bit bigger this time. Making something a little bit bigger this time. This is very similar to one of my other planes, but I'm going to do something a little bit different here in just a minute, so it's not the same. Besides the fact that this wants to overlap, I can't have that. It's wanting to bubble up like crazy. That's no good. See, we're not all perfect because I've got some crazy overlapping and bubbles going on all throughout the center right here, because this wing on this side is a little bit larger than it should be. I'm going to have to take it out of the other side. They didn't quite line up in the back. So here's what I'm going to do here in just a second. I'm going to take that fold, and I'm going to fold this down again, and I really don't know how this is going to fly. So I did another one of those, so I basically opened it up. This is what it was. It was this. I opened it up, and then the crease that is along here that follows at an angle goes all the way back to here. I folded this down to that crease. So then you're going to get that. And then you can fold it back over. You're probably going to get a little bit of, yeah, you're going to get some overlapping at the nose. That is perfectly okay. We'll fix that here in just a minute, hopefully. So I'm putting all the weight, trying to put all the weight is what I'm trying to do on the complete outside of the plane. So the center of the plane is basically next to no weight, and see if that creates a more stable flight for the aircraft. So this is what you should have when you're all said and done. And you can always post in the comments below if you have any issues or if you have any questions. Now I'm going to fold this back to the inside. So I'm going to tuck everything back to the inside. You're going to get some overlap possibly on the tip. It's okay. We'll fix that real quick. You're just going to kind of fold it over, line it up, make sure they're lined up, and then just go with it. And then you're going to flatten everything down. Go ahead and push those creases all the way to the front of the plane. That's where the most forgiveness of having overlap and bubbles are going to be. You don't want it towards the back. The further the back it goes, the more it's going to mess up the flight of the plane. So, I mean, at this point, you can kind of twist and turn and make that piece come to a point. You don't want it sticking straight. You want it to follow the line of here and not come out and go this way. You want it to go at an angle. So mine was kind of going straight, so it was coming this way instead of going that way. So I'm trying to twist it and get it to go the right way so it doesn't mess up too much. Now at this point I'm going to fold some anhedrals on this thing. I don't know how big I should make these, considering I don't know how big the wings are going to need to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to fold these as straight as I think is true, whatever straight can be. What in the world is that? Some fuzz and dirt? I don't know what that is. Alright. So what I did was create another bubble. So wonderful. It's probably not even. Alright, so what I did was I folded it. Let's see if we can get that. So I folded the anhedral that you got, this tip. So this is what you had when you have everything. This is what you have. Let's get that. And then this is what I did with it. So I folded it down to meet. Let's create some shadow so you can see that. It's not wanting to come into play, come into light. So you see what I did there. I folded it down like that. Of course, you want to get everything to line up as close as possible. And then you'll probably get some bubble back here. You're probably going to get some bubble that's going to happen. And you can kind of push that out a little bit if you want. I mean, you're going to need to, but it's not always going to be perfect. And then at this point, you can fold your wings. You can go down as far as you want. I'm going to go, I don't know exactly how far down I'm going to go. So I'm going to fold it like that. See how this is going to work. See how that's going to work. Alright. So I folded it about like that. all the way down. It's got some nice cool looking wings. Got some nice anhedrals on it. Look pretty good size for this. So it should be fairly good. At this point, you're going to want to make sure that you have all these bubbles out of these wing pockets. You want to make sure that your Delta diamonds that are in the back are as flat as possible. You don't want any curves in them, because then it's going to create drag or lift and stall and all that other stuff. And it's got a slight upward angle for me. I got a slight upward angle. I didn't fold it completely straight, so on that. So I got a slight upward angle on this right here. Just a very small one, not a whole lot. So it's, I mean, as you can see, I've got maybe just a fingertip here, and then I've got a full, goes all the way down to a knuckle in the back. So in the back, goes all the way to the knuckle in the back. So it's a good, you know, 1/2 inch in the back, maybe 1 inch. Yeah, about 1 inch in the back. So at this point, this is what I would do with it. I'd put you know, maybe 1 or 2 pieces of tape, staple it, whatever you want to do, right here in the front. And you know, put your tape in the front, and then at that point you want to basically, you know, take this thing outside wherever you like to test fly, and go fly it. So I mean, at this point, you're pretty much done. It's quick build, you know, something to keep you entertained, and you know, always have fun. So as always, guys, don't forget to subscribe for more content. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I post contests and everything. We're going to be doing a lot of different things going on. Like I said, this is just the first of many. So drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and as always, remember to keep them flying.